A very good morning, learners. Today we will study about vacuoles. Vacuoles are known for storage. Vacuoles are storage bags. They are very small in size if animal cells are concerned, and they are very large if plant cells are concerned. So they are large in plant cells and smaller in animal cells. In plant cell they store water and give turgidity. Turgidity means fullness, and rigidity means toughness to the cell. You know, plants, they don't have the skeletal system, so this mechanical strength and fullness and rigidness, toughness is provided by vacuole, and at the same time they have cell wall also, we have discussed. In amoeba, the food vacuole contain food and contractile vacuole contains water. Whenever the amoeba has to release extra water and waste, these can be released through the cell. So here you can get the example of vacuole in case of amoeba. You have seen food vacuole in amoeba where they store food, and just to maintain the water balance they have contractile vacuoles. In contractile vacuoles they store water as per their requirement. If they want to lose water, they release it through the contractile vacuole. They store waste also. So as a whole, vacuoles are used for storage of food, storage of liquid, and storage of water also, as well as waste. It helps in the growth of the plant by increasing in size. They can store more, they can increase in size, and many functions are associated. So just as a recap, they are the storage bags. They give turgidity, rigidity to the plant cell. They can store food, water, and waste. Next one is ribosomes. Ribosomes are present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. They may be attached to ER or they may be scattered in the cytoplasm. Their chemical composition is their RNA plus protein, and their types are 70S and 80S. Site of protein synthesis. They are the place where protein synthesis takes place. That's why they are called protein factories of the cell. Now moving ahead, centrosome. Centrosomes are found only in animal cells. As plastids were found only in plant cells, similarly centrosomes are present only in animal cells. They consist of two centrioles. They help in cell division. During cell division, centrioles move to the pole of animal cell and help in spindle formation. They also help in cilia and flagella formation. For example, this is a cell, and here the nucleus is there with the genetic material, that is chromosomes. This is a centrosome having two centrioles, but during cell division one of the centriole moves here. So now as a whole, here one centriole is present and here another centriole is present. As a whole, centrosome is like this, having two centrioles. During cell division, centrioles moves to the poles like this. One pole is here, another pole is here, and then they help in the spindle fiber formation, and the chromosome which is genetic material present inside the nucleus may get attached with these spindle fibers, and then the chromosome move to the poles, and then the cell divides into two. So this is how it happens. For example, this is a cell. One centriole remains at one pole, another centriole comes to another pole. They help in spindle fiber formation. Chromosome, they get attached here, and then the chromosomes are pulled apart. Half of the chromosome go to the cell 1 and half of the chromosomes go to the cell 2. So the moral of the story is centrosome, they are present only in animal cell, and they have two centrioles. They help in cell division in animal cell. During cell division, centrioles move to the poles of animal cells and help in spindle formation. Not only this, they also help in cilia and flagella formation. Cilia you have seen in paramecium, which helps in locomotion and capturing food, and this flagella you have seen in case of bacterial cell. Now another important topic is peroxisomes. They are just like lysosomes, spherical organelles which contain some powerful enzyme called oxidative enzyme. If you remember, in case of lysosome, they were having hydrolytic enzyme. Here the enzyme is oxidative enzyme which helps in removal of the toxic substances from the cell, that is detoxification. Basically peroxisomes are present in kidney and liver cells. Now you can see the plant cell, a figure shown. You can consult your NCERT books for drawing the diagram. You can see outer covering is cell wall, then cell membrane is present, a large vacuole is present. The outer covering of vacuole is known as tonoplast. Point to remember, the covering of vacuole is called tonoplast. I will give this in extra questions. Then you can see that it has chloroplast, which is absent in animal cell. These chloroplasts are absent in case of animal cell. It has a large vacuole. Then its nucleus is generally shifted or pushed towards the periphery because of the large central vacuole. Then you can see in the given picture, cell wall is present as the outermost covering. Cell wall is not present in animal cell. Now you can see the animal cell, where you can see the outer covering is plasma membrane or cell membrane. You can see here, this is cell membrane which is present as the outermost covering. Vacuoles here are very smaller in size, although not shown properly. Lysosomes are present and Golgi apparatus are there. And Golgi apparatus in case of plant cell, they are called dictyosomes. Dictyosomes. So this is the special name given to Golgi bodies of plant cell, because I will show you plant cell where Golgi bodies are not present as a single unit. They are smaller, very smaller and in separate unit. Many smaller and in separate unit. Here you can see as a whole, one complex only. So it is Golgi body in case of animal cell, but Golgi bodies in plant cell is known as dictyosomes. Now this is the difference between plant and animal cell. Plant cell contains cell wall as the outermost covering, and cell wall is absent in animal cell. It has plasma membrane as outermost covering. Plant cell has both plasma membrane, inner and outer is cell wall. Chloroplasts are present in plant cell, they are absent in animal cell, because chloroplasts are concerned with photosynthesis. Chloroplasts contain chlorophyll and they help in trapping solar radiations. Then vacuole in plant cell is single and large, but in case of animal cell, many small vacuoles are present. Then centrosome is present in animal cell. You can see centrosome here present, and what is present here? Plastid, chloroplast. Lysosomes are rare, very rare here in case of plants, but here lysosomes are present with what kind of enzyme? Hydrolytic enzyme. Larger than animal cell. Plant cell are larger in size, animal cell are smaller. Golgi apparatus is present in many smaller units called dictyosomes, and Golgi apparatus in case of animal cell is present as a single unit called Golgi body or Golgi apparatus, but specifically it is called dictyosomes in case of plant cell. Mitochondria are few and here many. Why mitochondria are many in case of animal cell? Because our energy requirements are more. We are mobile animals, they have more of living cells and our energy requirement is more, whereas plants, they are immobile, stationary, attached to one place only, they have more of dead cells and energy requirement is less. And I told you mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, concerned with production of energy, that is ATP. Then in case of plant cell, nucleus is periphery. Periphery means towards the boundary line. Why it is periphery? Little bit pushed towards the boundary line because of the large central vacuole. It has a vacuole which is larger in size, so vacuole pushes the nucleus towards the periphery. Whereas in case of animals, the nucleus lies in the center because vacuoles there are very small in size. Then food stored in case of plant cell as starch, and in animal cell the food is stored as glycogen. Thank you very much. Revise well. I will start next topic next day. Thank you.